All right, that time again, time for another solo overnight in the woods. And this time we're going back to our roots and conducting some military bushcraft. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we go. Solo overnight using old school military gear and conducting military bushcraft. Like a military op. In the woods. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so one thing I did eons ago was a poncho hammock and a shelter half, or a military shelter half hammock as well. I did that probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So I want to revisit those, but do it a different way. One thing I have not seen anybody do is take this two-man pup tent and actually create a rainfly shelter system. So let's get to it. So far so good, we're looking outstanding. Now, the true test. Just like that. Get you on view. As always, all the gear in my videos can be found in two places. One, my Amazon influencer page, and two, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page. And if you're interested in Corporals Corner merchandise, that can be found on Teespring. All three links are found inside my description box. Okay, so looking at this shelter half for a rain fly is going to work out perfectly. We're centered and I'm actually underneath so the rain will actually shed off. And I can't believe that the military and people actually hadn't thought about something like this, because this beats sleeping on the ground any day of the week. So normally this is a shelter half pup tent, meaning two Marines or two people in the military had one of these. You combine them and form a two-man tent, pup tent style. But taking one of these and doing this, I'm willing to bet I could grab my poncho, do the exact same thing right here, and have my half and be good to go all night. So I'm happy with this. Rack ops. Now back to this simple rope in a trucker's hitch configuration to the trees, and I want to say a double or even a triple sheet bend on here. So on both sides, and it actually is friction held, so no problem if it's slipping at all. Earlier when I pushed down on it, it was actually the rope tightening up and not the thing slipping off to the ground. So I'm happy with that. It's pretty much seated now where it's going to be. We have our fire pit dug, so I'm thinking chow time. If you like what you see here, please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. Then take it a step further, grab your cell phone, download the free YouTube app and sign in. This will give you push notifications when my new videos drop. Alright, Korean barbecue beef kebabs. That's what we're talking about right there. Get you one with you. A little bell pepper action, some onion. Okay, so what's new? Not a lot, but I want to reiterate a few things. Channel memberships are live. There's a 3-tiered system. Check out my main YouTube page or click on a video. It's going to say join. Click that bad boy. It gives you options. Or don't choose one. I don't care. It's just a way for you to interact with me on a more personal level. It tells you which level is what and what does what. Once I hit 1,000, which we're still not there yet, we're going to do a live podcast where you can ask me anything. And then I'm also going to let you know what I plan on doing here in the next few months. Okay, so midweek videos. I'm still going to drop Sunday videos. I'm still going to drop Sunday videos. I'm still going to drop Sunday videos. However, midweek, I may drop 1 or 2 a month as a teaser to a paid skills platform or series. If you're interested, you'll follow the directions and then just go ahead and pay for it, and you can see that private video. I'm doing this so that YouTube has no say-so with it. It will be unmonetized. It will be a private, unlisted video that only you can see with your email address. That way there's no meddling, there's no interfering, there's no commercials, and you get the training one-on-one with no interruptions. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and turn in. We'll talk about this military shelter half hammock and rainfly in the morning. I'm digging that. Something out of the box. Catch you all in the morning. It is still humid out here. usual, it's coffee time. Time to protein up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so community coffee, outstanding AF. Thank you. Let's talk about this shelter. A military pup tent or shelter half turned into a rain fly and a hammock. I'm not going to lie to you, the hammock was not comfortable, and here's why. I'm 230 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, and it barely fit me. So if you're larger than me, not going to happen. Kids or somebody smaller, all day, every day. It's kind of cool, different configuration to get us off the ground, using some old school military gear. Now, this is cotton canvas. It will shed the rain. However, if you touch it while it's wet, it will seep through. There's ways to waterproof that, but why go through all that? This is old school gear, and it needs to remain that way. If it's not broken, there's no point in fixing it, and it's wasteful time and resources. Again, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So, anyway, we tied the ends off here with an improvised sheet bend. It's 2 or 3 wraps. It's not a true sheet bend because it's meant to join ropes, but it joined this cotton canvas, and it worked out well. So, there you go. And there you go, still overnight using old school military gear as an improvised hammock. More great things to come. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. 1, my Amazon influencer page, and 2, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page. If you're interested in Corporals Corner merchandise, that can be found on Teespring. All 3 links are found inside my description box. Now please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time. I'm going to call this segment Corporal's Final Thoughts, after my boy, Jerry Springer. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, they say, hey, I want to do what you do. I want to quit my day job. I want to get out in the woods, and I want to go on YouTube. I want to be an instructor. I want to do all this stuff. Here's my answer, don't, okay? And I say that not meaning don't do it. There's a lot of moving parts in there in order to walk away from a day job if you still have financial commitments to a family and mortgage payments and things like that. You can't just up and quit unless you got tons of money saved up or a rich mommy and daddy. It takes years. It took me 5 or 6 years to put things in place, and the final push for me was a divorce. So with that said, you know, look at it like this. I'm going to talk to the people who are in this position, okay? If you're working a job somewhere, and I work several salary paid jobs and hourly jobs out in Los Angeles, 90 miles from where I lived at, okay? So at one point, driving 30 hours a week for a 40-hour-a-week job, okay? Having bosses and employees tell me that I should want to do this because for the money and to support my family. And this should be the norm, okay? Bottom line, if you're working for somebody, let's say salary, and you're putting in 40 hours a week for X amount of thousands of dollars, okay? And they come to you and say, hey, we need you guys to do 50 hours a week for the same pay rate because you should want to go that extra mile for the company. You should want to help me in my company. You say, okay. And then a few months go by, a year, and you're doing 60 hours a week now for that same pay rate. Then you're doing 65 hours, and you're doing 70 hours a week for that same pay rate. And then you're told, well, you should want to do this for my company. You should want to do it for the company because, you know, it's a company mindset, and, you know, we help each other. At some point, something's going to give. Heart attack, stroke, burnout, something, okay? My point is it's one-sided, okay? When things are no longer profitable or fun or both, it's time for you to pull the plug, okay? Believe me, I know. I've been there. That's why I walked away all those years ago. So if that's you, I'm talking to you, then you got something to think about, okay? No longer profitable or fun, and the door only swings one way, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what suggestions you bring, no matter how it's perceived, no matter if you have your order of operations, you follow each one to the damn letter, and there's the period. It's not going to be good enough because it's continually done like this. You're never going to achieve that status. You got something to think about, okay? So, with that, catch you all next time.